Okay, everyone, we are now on part 2C, and this is our last chunk of our personal narrative. Remember that you are typing and not handwriting. In chunk 2C, we are focusing on falling action and resolution. And it's important to go back to your writing now to see what you've written so far so that it makes sense. So looking back at my example story, we had just gotten to the climax. So in the climax of my story, that's when I hear the loud thump and I have to make a decision whether I want to go investigate, and I decide not to. I decide to hide instead. So what happens next in the story is falling action. Remember that you are writing in paragraph form. So for falling action for me, I'm going to say, honestly, I'm not really sure how long I stayed hidden in the closet. Does that make sense? Because I was in the closet. Okay. In my hiding spot, I managed to send a few desperate text messages to my family, hoping someone would respond and come save me. Hours or maybe minutes later, my oldest sister finally responded. She called me back and told me she was on her way. That seems like a good finish to that paragraph, so I'm just going to skip a line, go to my next paragraph. When she got there, I still hadn't moved from my spot. Seeing me there, hidden and scared, my sister, I want to use the word sympathy here. Seeing me there, hidden and scared, my sister couldn't help but laugh at the sight. She had zero sympathy for me. Even though I explained the whole story to her, she thought I was being ridiculous. Okay, going back to my plot map, what happens next? My sister came home, not my sisters. Okay, so now this is where I ask to investigate upstairs to see what the noise was. I dragged her upstairs with me to investigate and to prove that I was telling the truth. We looked through each upstairs bedroom, bathroom, and closet for anything. No, that's not anything. For anything that would help explain the noise, the loud noise that I heard. But nothing. After searching and searching, the only explanation we could come up with, the only one I could come up with was that it must have been some sort of ghost. To this day, my family still makes fun of me for thinking that our house was haunted. Now I'm switching to present tense because now I'm saying to this day. So now present tense, my family still makes fun of me for thinking that our house is haunted. But sometimes when I'm alone at my parents' house, I still feel a cold breeze and shiver. The end. Okay. Now to make sure that you are finished and that you've done a good job writing these 2 sections, go back and read through it again. So I'm going to annotate mine. Me hiding and my sister coming home. This is all going to be my falling action. Falling action. Because things are going downhill since the climax of the story when I heard the thud. And then this last part, how did the conflict end? How does your story end? Is your resolution? We investigate the noise. We don't see anything. I still think it's a ghost. The end. Your essay does not have to be perfect yet because this is still just a rough draft. But when you're finished with chunk 2C, go back, look through your 3 chunks, read it all together, make sure it makes sense. I like to read to myself and see like where I can make an edit. Like, is this a complete sentence? Put a period. Do I need to capitalize that? Capitalize it. And when you see that chunk 2A, 2B, and 2C are completed, you are going to submit into Schoology. So you'll do quick share option, share note, share to Schoology. Okay. The assignment is going to be 9/29, so 9/29 personal narrative rough draft, and that is due by 11:59 today. If you have any questions, please ask our amazing substitute, or you can send me an email at kstevens@capellisd.com. Y'all have a great weekend. See you on Monday.